Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Birdie and this is my first YouTube video. Honestly, I've recorded this voiceover maybe 100 times now, so let's see how many times you hear the word This first video is going to be a flip through of my 2020 bullet journal setup as well as this month, so the month of January. I will link down all the materials that I use for my bullet journal down in the description box below, so if you want to see it, go ahead and check it out in there. But other than that, let's get started. This first page honestly didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to be, but I just settled for it because why not? So it's just simple 2020. Just to kind of open up the bullet journal for a new year. The next page in my bullet journal is my resolutions page. So typically for my goals, I usually just list them out, but this year I wanted to try something a little different. Instead of just listing each of my goals individually, I'm going to map it out. If you ever heard of the Passion Planner, this is usually the first page of that planner. But anyways, what I'm gonna do is just write out all my goals, and then for each individual goal, I'm just going to map out each goal so that it's very specific. Doing my goals this way, I feel like it's more tangible. And I'm curious to know what your resolutions for this year are, so drop them down in the comments and I'd love to chat. The next few pages are my future logs, so I use these to jot down any important dates, any birthdays, any future plans, any future vacations, and also if I needed a quick reference for any month of this year, then I could go back to these pages and just look at it. The next page is my 52 weeks savings challenge. So I found this idea on Pinterest a couple years ago, and there's a lot of 52 weeks challenge you can do. So aside from my regular savings account, I just wanted to create a secondary savings account just for anything really. But my goal is to save $2,020 for 2020, at least that much. So this page is just used to break it down every week. I think that's about like $40, a little less than $40 every week. So it's very doable when you break it down to weeks. This next page is definitely a new page in my bullet journal. It's going to be used to track my earnings from influencing / blogging / Instagram. Just recently, maybe within the last quarter of 2019 or so, I've been working with brands and partnering up with them, and with some of the partnerships, they do pay me. This is something that I've slowly been working on for a few years now, and I kind of got a little more serious about it, so it's definitely paying off, and I'm super excited to see where this year would take me with my Instagram and blog and now my YouTube channel. This next page, I usually always have this page in my bullet journal, but it's to track my books and audibles for the year. Knowledge is power, so I believe that reading definitely helps. I actually recently just got into Audibles maybe a couple weeks ago, and I've listened to my first Audible, but I'm not done with it yet. The one reason why I found it so hard to get Audible is because for me it's difficult to learn and interpret just audio. I feel like I need something physical in front of me, like a book. But again, this is something that I'm trying out this year. So far it's okay. I think I just have to get used to not having anything physical in front of me. So yeah, I'm paying $15 a month for it, so I gotta put it to use. That's the end of my 2020 bullet journal setup, so we'll go into my January 2020 setup. I make my bullet journal layouts more minimal because I feel like for me it's easier to create and easier to keep up with. A tip if you're not artistic or if you just don't have a lot of time to draw in your bullet journal every month, what I do is I take photos from Pinterest and just paste it on here. It just adds a little something to your bullet journal without being super time consuming. The next page is just a monthly calendar for January. I like starting my week off with Mondays because I feel like Saturdays and Sundays should be side by side with each other. It's just a preference. I use the monthly calendar to jot down any birthdays, any important dates, and typically any school assignments that I have due. And then on the left side, I just have a list of all my bills for the month. The next page, I always like to start off with goals and tasks for the month. And for week 1 of my weekly spread, I tried something new. It's kind of like I just cut 3/4 of the page so it's easy to flip back and forth between my goals and my habit trackers within the week. I usually have more habits that I track, but this month I kept it to a minimum because these are the habits that I really wanted to focus on every day. The next few pages in my bullet journal are just the weekly spreads for January. All the weekly spreads are a little different because I'm still trying to test out which weekly spread I want to continue with, or I haven't decided if I'm just gonna do it different every week. But yeah, this is my 2020 and January of 2020 bullet journal setup. Whether you are looking for inspiration or if you're new to bullet journaling, I hope this video helped. And before you leave, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I promise in my next video, you'll see me face to face, so you just don't have to listen to my voice. Again, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in my next video.